All right, folks, today is Saturday, April 1st, 2023, and I have a big announcement to make. After almost 25 years at the same firm, I have decided to retire and start the next chapter in my life. And a lot of things have gone into this decision, but the biggest is that I value my time, and it's not something that you can ever buy, no matter how much money you have. So that's important to me. But it doesn't mean that this is the end of the channel or anything like that. Basically, the channel will continue as is. I will just shift to withdrawal mode and basically live off my savings. And we'll show you guys how I do that as well. But the other big announcement is that I will be taking on a new position as the investment manager for a brand new ETF that will be listed on the NASDAQ. And it will begin trading on Monday, April 3rd. And this is a unique fund, never been tried before. And I do hope that you check it out and look to see if it's going to fit your needs when you retire. But the basic idea behind it is that it's very similar to a target date retirement fund, except this is a target withdrawal fund. And the full fund is a 40-year, 3.5% target withdrawal ETF. And the way it works is that, when you're accumulating assets, that's hard enough, right? But for most people, after they have accumulated a huge nest egg over the course of their lifetime, and it turns time to start withdrawing from those assets and use it to generate an income to live, they freeze. They don't know what's an appropriate withdrawal or consumption rate. Decumulation is just really difficult. How do you take that into account with a proper asset allocation so that you can have a successful retirement? And the decumulation problem has been called one of the nastiest, hardest problem in finance by none other than William Sharpe, the Nobel Prize economist. And it's true, it's very hard. So let me give you a quick overview of how the fund works. And if you think it's appropriate for you, I welcome you to check out the prospectus and see if you want to start trading on it. We already have quite a number of investors and assets under management, but we're getting to a level where we are now able to list the fund for public trading. So the way it works is that the fund holds 4 assets that's very similar to what I've been showing as my risk parity inspired allocation. So 50% of it is in large cap growth as represented by QQQ. And then there's 25% in long-term treasuries represented by TLT, 15% gold represented by GLD, and then 10% in REIT with Realty Income Core. And the way this works is that when you buy into the ETF, since it starts trading on April 3rd, on Monday, April 3rd, 2023, the clock starts at that time for 40 years. Every month, you will get the equivalent of a 3.5% annual withdrawal from the fund, and the fund will also rebalance itself at that time after making the distribution. And we will keep going for 40 years as new shares are created or redeemed. The fund will react appropriately to make sure that everything stays in balance and that the net asset value is good. And then at the end of 40 years, if there are assets left over, and we plan to have assets left over, you have 2 options. You can take a one-time special distribution from the fund when it closed down, or you can roll it into one of our other funds. So this is the very first of its type, the 40-year target withdrawal ETF. And like I said, it's withdrawing at the equivalent of a 3.5% safe withdrawal rate. It will be adjusted for inflation. And we truly believe that with the asset allocation we've set up, it will more than support this withdrawal rate. And in fact, we anticipate that there will be quite a bit of assets at the end of 40 years for distribution or rolling over into a new fund. But this is the one that we're comfortable starting with. So that's what I'm sharing with you. In the future, we'll have funds that will span 25 years up to 45 years in terms of time frame, and safe withdrawal rates, or target withdrawal rates, I should say, between 3% and 5%, depending on the makeup of the fund and the time frame and things like that. In any case, check out the prospectus, read all of the risk, and I invite you to invest in this new fund that I'm running called UDAD. All right, take care. Talk to you later.